Us. Just 1 second.
So at first my mic wasn't working, but now it is. Us.
Hey, how you doing, Pete?
Us, my brother. I'm all right. Going through a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but that's basically part of the system, you know. If you're not under constant fire, then you're not doing nothing against them. You know, right. Basically what I'm saying is if you're someone that, you know, spreads the word, someone who always sheds light on certain things and whatnot, you know, people like that are always under some type of persecution or going through some type of trial and tribulation. And that's a clear sign that that person's actually affecting the enemy. You know what I'm saying? That person's actually, you know, conquering for the light. So that being said, you know, always under some type of pressure or someone trying to ridicule or someone trying to, you know, defame someone's testimony. You know, that's another sign that people are hating on your light and don't want you to push forward. I see you with the champion gloves on.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I heard it got crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to report.
I heard it got crazy in PA.
Yeah, it did. Thank God I wasn't around it. I mean, it got so crazy that I actually recorded on content. While I was recording content, they went up and they graffiti eagles all over. Well, certain parts of the city, a bank window got destroyed, and there was a guy riding around with a horse up in Market Street in Philadelphia, and the next day he left horse poop all over the sidewalk, and nobody bothered to clean it up because they were so happy that the Eagles won. I was like, "Dag, I never seen New York ever be that uncivilized, ever."
New York has so many championships, we're desensitized. You want to see a big problem in New York? When there's the Subway Series, the Yankees versus the Mets. It's a problem here. Well, that's basically what's going on.
Yeah. It's a problem, but it's not so much as a problem as in Philadelphia, man.
Yeah, I already know. City of Philly's different, man.
Because Philadelphia only got like maybe 3 teams. They got 1 basketball team, 1 baseball team, and football, and actually 4 teams. They got a basketball team, a hockey team, and a football team.
Right.
I think.
Baseball, hockey.
Don't quote me, but it's just like it's like 2 stadiums and
baseball, hockey, basketball. And what else?
Let's see. Oh, I went up like me and my wife. We went and we saw the movie Love Hurts.
Okay.
And you know who's the leading man?
Who's that?
Remember the Asian kid from leading of the Lost Ark,
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, the little short Asian kid.
Yeah. Grown ass man now,
And he
huh?
was the same. Yeah. Well, yeah, 51 years old in the second den in one.
That's wild.
Yeah, and the thing is though, it's like, who is this guy? Because he looks like a like a slimmer Jackie Chan. And then when it was actually talking, I was like, oh crap, this is the kid. This
He
is the
was the
kid
golden child.
from Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Goonies. Yep.
Yeah, golden child was with Eddie Murphy.
Nah, the chick with Eddie Murphy. Nah, that was a chick with Eddie Murphy. To tell you the truth.
That was a pretty good movie too.
We actually thought, yeah, we actually thought that was a boy, but then it turned out to be a girl. I was like, wow. Good backstory too.
I never knew.
Yeah, I didn't know until there was like, when they showed like, okay, like a guy and his partner, and then they showed him like years later and everything. And
Right.
then when they showed the picture, and then they took a picture of Eddie Murphy and the girl that played that, I was like, didn't know that was a girl. I was like, wow.
Goes to show you how much influence clothes play on the eyes, and how nowadays people
Pretty
are.
much.
People went from cross dressing to just hybrid dressing. They call it hybrid dressing. I just put whatever on. It's clothes. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But then again, if you really look at it, but China, they have a history of that, because during the time when it was like, okay, it was like you had females, right, that did that the Peking opera, right? So sometimes the females they actually acted in male roles, and then the males sometimes acted in female roles, etc., etc. So, I guess it's a history of that. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that, that's how it was back in those days of the Peking opera.
I hear you.
But other than that, how's everything looking up on the martial arts side?
I guess I'm still under investigation. I haven't been told anything as of yet. It just goes to show,
Right.
it just goes to show, when I started
All right.
this role in martial arts, it was 1987. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really was using computers to jot down the information of students and stuff like that. So they're really going back through the records, that they got to go through paperwork.
Yeah.
So only God knows how long that's going to take. And in more ways than one, I'm really excited because, that's going to clear out a lot of things and that's gonna put in perspective things that people didn't have in perspective before. And with my newfound between quotations, and with my newfound credentials, I'll be able to do different things. Like if the school finds out that I'm entering in a partnership with a different school, to be a subsidiary instructor at the school, they might choose to sponsor, help sponsor some of the stuff that we do, which in case, would be, would be appreciated, because buying a bunch of new equipment for a new gym, a new dojo is not it's not necessarily $2.
Yeah, we know. So, I mean, if anything, if I be in better financial standing or whatever, I'll help out. So, if anything, I got you, bro.
Facts. I feel you.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it's looking up either way. My immediate boss called me and told me that we have 2 events coming up starting next month. So immediately the season is coming back in for the bounce houses. So I'm gonna be working on that, putting my money together and
all right,
seeing how I go towards the next step of getting the ID, so that I can start moving forward from there. Because I've really been stuck for the past few years without ID, and it doesn't look good.
All right. So if anything, all right. Quick question: do you have your military ID?
Nope. All my military stuff was left with my dad in DR. And the other military stuff that I had, some whatever paperwork, credentials, my registered firearm, I lost all that the first time I lost my apartment, and the marshals took all our stuff and put it to storage. They told us we had 2 months to retrieve it.
Right.
They told us we had 2 months to retrieve it. I got a letter 2 weeks later saying that they auctioned the unit. I'm like, how y'all auction my unit when I had 2 months to go retrieve my stuff?
Yeah.
So I basically lost everything. And, you tell these DMV people that, and they just look at you like, oh, we've heard that before. What you mean we've heard that before?
Yeah.
You think I pulled that story out the side of my neck? Like, I need to get an ID. Oh, well, we can't help you unless you come up with 6 points of verification. Yeah. I'm like, y'all bugging.
My thing is this, right? My thing is this. Maybe you could try to do it in upstate, because, upstate, they don't really have all that bull crap.
Correct.
You don't.
It's the city.
You don't necessarily. Yeah, it's the city. So
it's the city, bro.
If you could get it out of state and stuff, that's so like, hard. For example. Yeah, but the city is so stupid, because think about it. They ain't letting people get the ID, right? But and then there's like 6 points of verifications, and then all this other stuff. When the fact is, a person could actually go to New York State, get the same ID. Like, I'm living in New York, even if it's New York City or not, right? It's still New York State. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, correct. For example, if a person lives up in Philadelphia, and then let's say you move somewhere else and you need like a change of address and stuff, they'll give it to you. Just like, oh, we need 6 points of ID. I'm like, okay, well, guess what? You need 6 points of ID for what? You get what I'm trying to say? Because the last time I'm saying, when I had to go through IDs and everything like that, and I had to show my passport and birth certificate. It was like that was the stuff that I needed. But then when I got it, it was like, okay, but so I got that, and I guess my New York ID expired now, but I got my real ID for Pennsylvania. So if anything, everybody knows, which a lot of people ain't telling you, ain't trying to tell the populace, that you need to actually have your real ID to go to planes, to go on planes and everything like that. So,
Right.
I mean, domestic and such. So, if anything, bro, you know, the only thing is that okay, like say we could arrange that you could have two pieces of mail come my way, right?
Yeah.
I could I could go you could go and take a day off and come to Philadelphia, even though it's like maybe 2 or 3 hours. Just have your New York birth certificate. Yeah, that's it. And
That's the thing.
your
Birth
social.
certificates in any state,
It's like, and
it
then you,
doesn't matter. It's considered an American constitutional paper, so it's an American birth certificate no matter where I go.
right.
New York is just has a little
So
fancy seals and all this other nonsense.
nah, nah. I'll tell you how I did it, right? Nah, I'll tell you how
Yeah.
I did it, right? Because I had to go get my birth certificate from New York State and everything like that. So what I did though, I had that joint mailed to me with just my social and such, and then they sent it out to my address. So I have that. So I have that birth certificate. Then I have
I have a birth.
birth certificate because I was on citizenship to. So I have the birth certificate. Therefore, all you have to do is go to that office. I forgot. Those 15 that I had to go to. So I need a birth certificate. Okay, wrote it. My
It's cutting in and out, bro. I can barely hear you.
I mean, sometimes if you don't want to go and wait for that on that Long Island and stuff, the internet will be the.
A lot of that message was in and out because your words were cutting up. I turned my microphone off to see if I could understand better, but it just kept going in and out. Like the only thing I heard was the last thing you said, but anything you said in between was just cutting in and out. Yeah, we were chilling today. It was 40 degrees. I'm used to that. 40-degree weather is fine with me. I was walking around like nothing with, with just a jacket, no coat. I get used to it. At first, it's like, oh, it's going down. It's 60. It's 50. It's 40. People be over here putting coats on and talking about how cold it is. I'm over here with a sweater on, 40-degree weather. Like, it's perfectly fine. It's not such a big deal. But yeah, uh, here we are. Yeah, I had a presentation I was working on that I couldn't get the proper imagery for the presentation, so I'm gonna have to per se do it myself. So I'm gonna be this week, not this week per se, because it's been raining and snowing. Maybe towards the weekend, if the temperature lets me operate, I will be doing a video sequence. It'll be probably a picture sequence in video or a video sequence broken down into pictures. But it'll be basically a few basic movements, a few basic blocks with a few basic attacks, and these are moves that I'll be presenting as a way of instruction, and of course giving you the tip ahead that I don't necessarily want you to focus on the block, because the block is going to be a stiff hand or a stiff arm that's going to be there just to intercept the attack. I need you to focus on the dual functionality of that you're moving both hands, you're moving both arms at the same time. You're using one to avoid the attack that's coming while the other one's attacking, and then simultaneously you're lifting up the hand that you used to attack to block, while using the hand that you used to block a second ago to now attack. And
All right.
I'm going to be explaining that with video and picture, and putting it together as a way of presentation. I haven't been able to do that, like I said earlier, because it's been raining and snowing, and
Right.
all that yeehaw stuff that goes outside.
Yeah, we all understand. So, yeah.
Welcome back, bro.
If anything, we could. If I come to the city, we could do all that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll break down the video, chop it down into screen pictures, give each picture its proper name, in Japanese of what the attack is, and then put it in English, probably also put it in Spanish, and let the people absorb some of this knowledge that we have acquired during this lifespan.
mm-hmm.
I was letting the world know that I was working on that presentation, and I couldn't find no good still imagery to help me with with what I want to do per se.
All
So
right.
I'm just gonna have to end up doing it myself.
All right.
And see if this temperature lets up so that some video can be taken. And from there I'll chop it down into pictures and say what goes with what combines with what, variations of certain moves, different angles of attack, different angles of blocking, reflecting, parrying, dodging, moving. Because in a fight, believe it or not, your body is stronger than you think it is. But in a fight, when it comes down to certain parts of the body, these are the parts that you need to defend the most. You do not necessarily want to get hit in the head, because it could throw away your balance, put you in shock, and that's where the fight ends. You don't want to necessarily get hit in your neck either. You don't want to get hit directly on your heart. You don't want to get hit directly on your liver. You don't want to get hit directly in the groin. You don't want to get hit directly on your knees either. You know what I'm saying? But everything else, the arms, the forearms, shoulders, your hand, your feet, saying your calves. You can use all that to, block in a certain way to be able to move forward and bring the next thing out. But in the way I have my system moving, I'm not having you focus so much on the block, because it's not a one move situation. I need you to block and attack at the same time. It's not just one arm is blocking and then you're waiting for the next second to then attack and then waiting the next second to block again. No, it's block, attack, attack, block. It's the ABCD, one after another, in consecutive order. ABCD, not A, B, C, D. No, ABCD. Block, attack, attack, block. Like I said, it'll be better understandable when you view what I'm saying. So like I said,
Yep.
Good things are coming, and the show is only going to get better, and you're going to want to tune in. You're going to want to tune in. You're going to want to be a part.
Pretty much.
It's really going to get popping. It's really going to get crazy, and start filing in now, because once the school's open, space is going to be limited.
Yeah.
Anything in the city, in any city, is limited space until you find a big gym. And once that happens, I'm going to need qualified candidates to help me usher the school. I'm saying there's no iron team. There's no one-man boss. You know what I'm saying? Martial arts is not a community of dictatorship. It's a family community. And you could be of whatever ethnicity you are, whatever color skin you want to call yourself. Once you come into this school, you have become a member of this family. We are all brothers and sisters in one harmony in my system. So there to us there is no color. The only color that is relative to all of us is the color red, because that's the only color that we bleed when we bleed. So there's people that don't even get black and blues, and there's other people that don't even get like this. There's other people that don't get like that. There's so many variations, but one thing is for sure: when we bleed, we all bleed red. So whatever's on the outside is not what has us in common. It's whatever's on the inside. So let us be each other's reflection and walk as twins. Us. Yeah, man. Did a quick takeover since your system glitched out real quick.
Yeah, I see. So thank you for that, Pete.
You're ready, bro. This is what we
Yeah,
do, man. This is one hand washes another, both hands wash the face. Um,
yep,
Most of the best teams that work together or that have the best synchronization to work as a team are people that trained together. You know what I'm saying? So in our case, we didn't necessarily train together in anything, but we're both street trained from San Pedro Macorís. So I know where your heart goes and how far you might be willing to go. And you semi also know how far I'm willing to go and how far my heart
yes,
goes. So
exactly.
I'm always gonna manifest the truth. I'm always gonna manifest light. But on top of all that, I'm gonna always manifest, that there is a better way. You know what I'm saying? Not just because I say so, because my way might not be the best way. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be the person to
Right.
acknowledge, listen, there's a better way, like this person does this person taught that. I know my system is not gonna be uh, um perfection of perfection because no one is perfect. But I will always
Right.
be, honest enough to say, look, this move is from this system. We incorporated it and adapted it because of this, and that. And in that honesty, there's growth.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, it's like the martial arts that guy did, and you can tell that man he still got it. You know what I'm saying? And the end fight with Daniel Wu. You know that guy from Enter the Badlands.
Yeah.
I could say that was one of the best. That was one of the best choreographed fights that I've seen in Love Hurts. They actually did their thing. K and Daniel Wu. So K K K Kwan and K He Kwan
I
and
might, I might
Daniel
check it
Wu.
out later. I might check it out later before
Yeah,
going to bed, and or check it out in the morning. But
yeah, you got yeah,
yeah, because I definitely saw that preview somewhere, and I tried to not I tried to not look at it, so because I don't want to get any spoilers. But I'm definitely gonna see it.
yeah, man. It's a great it's a great flick. It was like you and my wife was like, "Yo, this is what's up." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, man. So in today's world of martial arts, what are the questions of today?
Hmm. I saw something interesting on. I
Oh, hold
saw
on,
something.
hold on,
Okay.
hold on. That guy you were talking about, um,
Yeah.
he's one of Professor Visitation, Professor V. He's one of Professor V's direct students.
Yeah.
And there's many videos from the past where he's with Professor V, and Professor V is just making him look like a child.
Yeah.
Professor V just he was a beast. All right, so
Yes.
Professor V is the father of the V Jiu-Jitsu system, and
Yes.
the V Jiu-Jitsu system branches into different years.
Yep.
So
But you could tell that guy Al when he was actually telling his life story. I was like, hold up. Even though that you could tell that he has like the New York accent, you could tell like in the foreground that he's West Indian. I was like,
Right.
yeah.
Right. My homeboy Victor, who we invited one time to the show, or
Yeah, I
I think,
remember him.
or he came to the house. He was talking over my mic or whatever.
No, yeah, it was actually 2 times because remind you, we actually invited him to the show. And we were talking about the system, and then y'all talked about that day when somebody tried to rob both of y'all, and y'all actually defended yourself.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. We were standing under a scaffold. It was like 9 o'clock, probably 10 o'clock at night. You know, he used to go to work.
Yep.
He used to have graveyard shift. So, you know, we're just chilling under a scaffold, just minding our business, talking. And some 10 dudes pulled up on us with 2 guns and try to mug us, basically, try to rob us. That was fun. It did not go well for them.
Nah.
It did not go well for them at all. If anything, one of them, 2 or 3 of them lost their phones. One of them ended up with a broken gun. Another one ended up with a broken arm. All I know is that, you know, the place where we were at, that scaffold, it's part of a hospital that, you know, they have cameras everywhere. So the next day, I'm over here just chilling by the scaffold in the afternoon, and cops pull up on me and say, "Oh, listen, we know what happened last night. We saw the video. You know, do you want to press charges?" I'm like, who am I going to press charges on? The people that came to attack us had masks on. They all had masks on.
Exactly.
So who am I pressing charges on? Well,
exactly.
We see you know how to defend yourself. I'm like, well, someone's going to have to defend me. It's not going to be you guys.
Pretty much.
Can't count on you guys. You guys only pull up when it's important stuff. I'm not important to y'all.
Right.
And the sergeant, it was a lady. She goes, "Oh, you seem to protect yourself pretty well. Maybe you are state property." And I said, I think I need you to recant those words. I'm not state property. I'm government property. I was a Marine. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were locked up in jail. Oh, you think you learn how to fight in jail? That's the only place in the world where you can learn how to fight at? Cool.
I know, right? That people that high school ain't gladiator school. Like, come on.
Ah, man, that was something different. That was something else. Talking about. I don't know you were state property. I said state property. Nah, lady, I ain't been locked up in America like that. Talking to the wrong one.
Right.
Been locked up in DR. Not pretty.
Yeah,
but I preferred it.
Right.
Sheesh. Yeah, they give you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Over there, they give you lunch every 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's changed now, but before, if you don't have family bringing you food, you're stuck. You're stuck with whatever they give you, and it might make you sick.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Their food is bad, real bad.
Yep.
Supposedly the food keeps you alive, but I think the food just keeps you from. Yeah, I guess. Give me 1 second.
All right.
All right, we're back like we never left.
Pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the community for keeping me in tune. Just got some news there. Not necessarily good news, but news nevertheless. It's good to see that no matter how far I am from San Pedro is not far away from me. Yeah. All right, so yeah, you were saying earlier that you were watching, I think, a documentary or something about something, and then you had a few questions about it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. A question because I heard that there's a new that I don't think is a new martial art, but I seen a martial art that look like it's comes out from the Philippines, and it's very interesting because they say since you know that Filipinos are naturally short, this martial art is actually made for their makeup. Let me see if I could actually get a video on this.
I mean, let me tell you something. Jiu-jitsu works wonders for people that are shorter, because that's what jiu-jitsu is all about. Jiu-jitsu is about, manipulating the center of gravity of your opponent. So if you're shorter than your opponent, it's easier to manipulate their center of gravity and toss them into the air. It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the name of the system or the style?
You saying?
What's the name of the system and or style?
They say it was Kaya or Cayenne, and I was like, what? I was like, dag, this is new because they say there's like a interesting.
It's what, like a modern twist to Filipino martial arts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just gonna type in.
Interested to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Be honest with you, I almost didn't make it to the show.
I mean, I could understand, like, but the news that you got, was it from San Pedro de Macorís entero, or was it from your hood on Barrio Mexico?
It was from someone from San Pedro that passed away from my community, not necessarily a certain borough, just someone from my community.
Of your community?
Yeah. Apparently, this person
I understand.
passed away due to health complications, and you know, it's not necessarily the best way out, but it hurts less than, you know, when people leave violently, you know, and bloody mess all over the floor and everything. It's a mess.
Yeah.
Working on a new poster. Lion
Right.
poster type from the community. Gonna be fire. I found the right picture. I just need to add some words to it. That's it. That picture's solid. I will share later.
Right.
But
Nice.
yeah, man. Amongst other things, like I said earlier, things are starting to look up. The cogs are starting to move now. So the machine is going to start operating.
Yep.
You know, once it does, everything else is just going to fall in line. And I'm going to be able to do more things and have more to say and more to show per se. I'm not going to say I've been struggling with my health, because if I say that, that's kind of pushing it. You know, I'm not going to tempt the Lord and say that I've been struggling with my health, because I'm not. I'm recovering from my back, which is a different ballgame.
Right.
Struggling with my health would be me coming in and out of a cold, or me having COVID 100 times or something like that. But I'm not going through that struggle. I barely get sick. Barely. You know, 5-6 years that COVID's been out, I haven't caught COVID once, and I am not vaccinated.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Call it faith.
I had to make that. I had to make that mistake for the job.
Yeah, there was a lot of people obligated.
There's
a lot of people obligated, but
yeah.
Mandated. They call it mandated to not call it obligated, because they say it was obligated.
Yeah, and then on top of it, it was.
Go ahead, bro.
Yep. And then it was like the way that it was like, oh, you do this or you're gonna lose your job. I'm like, wow. And it was you know, I could say it was crazy times, because they relegated us to a point that they're like, okay, yeah, y'all are. There's a word that they had for us: essential workers.
Right. essential something.
I was like, yeah, I was in the same line as health workers and everything like that. So, when you're dealing with food or anything like that, it's
Yeah,
I guess it's called essential work.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely essential.
I'm gonna be back in. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be back in a couple of minutes. So, got.
Copy, copy, copy. All right, y'all. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? You're out there and you're listening. Drop a question. Let us answer something that could be troubling you, or just a quick moment of acknowledgement. Something that maybe a newcomer wants to know what's the difference between certain systems, or what they think they should start, what system they should probably start with to, grow faster in what it is, the martial arts, or what system opens up the martial eye, the martial mind, faster than others. These are all legitimate questions that at one point we all have, but now with due time and experience, now I have answers for stuff like that. As opposed to 15, 20 years ago, maybe I didn't so much have an answer for that. I could only speak for, maybe one thing at that time. But now I can speak for many different things, due to the fact that the Lord has given us a chance and an opportunity to participate in certain communities and participate with certain families, clans, if you will. And I've learned things that your average martial artist doesn't walk around acquiring to learn. So it's a beautiful thing to be able to have something under your belt that is not just unique and original in its way, but it's something that no one's really expecting. That's like learning a little bit of ninjutsu, or in the more respectful terminology, taijutsu. When you practice taijutsu and you bring taijutsu to a fight, people are not expecting you to hit them with what we call a phoenix fist. When you cuff all 5 tips of your fingers to make it look like a beak, like a crane, and hitting somebody with a swoop uppercut into their armpit with the 5 fingers peeking out like a crane. No one's expecting you to do something like that. And when you hit somebody with that, the pain that they feel is so crazy. Both of their arms shut down, and all you did was hit one side. All you did was hit one side.
Mm-hmm.
Both arms shut down like if they were made of jello.
Right.
And that's very bad, because at that point, if you're not someone that was trained in using the feet, all you can do is rely on your feet, and now you're over here running with 2 dead arms. It's a sight to see. It's hilarious how these arms are just flapping and wiggling in the air, and they're not moving in coordination at all. They're just like system shut down. They're just like dead. They're just there.
Yep.
So Yeah, man. It's one of those things. Always be prepared when it comes to
Had luck in finding that video.
no luck.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to martial arts and stuff like that, you gotta always be ready to keep advancing and ready to keep progressing and learning, because the same way the world keeps moving and the world keeps changing, um, per se styles aren't going to change, because there's only a certain matter of ways that you can attack. I say there's only a certain amount of ways that you can punch somebody, hit them with your elbow. You know? So things of that nature aren't going to change. They're not going to. They could adjust slightly, but it's not going to be anything new and extravagant. Like, oh, I discovered how to hit somebody with an elbow shot in a way that no one's ever seen before. Like, that's not going to happen. How you doing, Gypsy? Salute. We are here.
Hey, Gypsy. Yeah. Gypsy, I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Like that front kick of Anderson Silva. Oh, well. That front kick, you see. So that front kick of Anderson Silva, there's this thing. When you chamber, you're not necessarily telegraphing to what angle you're necessarily gonna kick at. And that's the problem with not having a martial eye. Because if you see somebody chambering, you gotta necessarily understand that you need to either get out of the way or see, or really see what angle the kick is coming out at. So here you are, you're doing a short chamber, and they're thinking that you're going to do a short kick. And what they don't know is that the chamber is always the same length as any other kick. So here we are, the chamber's in, and while that person decided to block low, the foot is going up high, chin check. That's a knockout. That shakes your brain like jelly inside. You're in shock. You're going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it hadn't been used in MMA before, but that's the way things work. You know, it's the most basic thing. That's the most useful thing. You know, it's about building a common flow. Taekwondo, just like Kyokushin, we train to attack in waves, and the wave is up, middle down, back middle up, middle down, or back middle up. So we keep waving up and down. We're attacking up, and then we're attacking down, and then attacking up, attacking the middle, attacking down, attacking up, attacking the middle. We stay attacking different angles just to be able to, guarantee not just a proper hit.
Yeah, greetings, Gypsy.
Yeah, hi, fellas. How you going?
Salute.
How you going?
Salute.
All right, blessings. How you
Hey,
doing?
how you doing?
Yeah.
Bless.
Not real flash. Yeah, I've been better.
I hear you.
I was more interested in like the spiritual side of martial arts myself. But I couldn't be bothered typing anymore. Like
I
with
mean,
the
there is
meditations and
there is a
breathing
strong
and all that
spiritual
sort of stuff.
aspect. There is a strong spiritual aspect to the karate side of things, and it's
Yeah.
basically the way of Zen. You know, the
With loads
way of the Tao.
respect and
You know, the more
'cause
spiritual side of
I do lots of meditations and stuff. And I was wondering, is that a part of martial arts? Do you do meditations and
yes,
all that sort of thing?
yes, we do. Meditation is
Okay.
meditation is a good way of aligning all the connections between your brain, heart, and the rest of your joints of your body. So with meditation, the body moves better. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
reacts faster. You know, your
Well,
body
that's-
knows what it wants to do, as opposed to you thinking and willing your body to do something. Your body will react for you.
I need my body to slow down. For the last nearly year now, I've got this thing called functional neurological disorder, which means I twitch like a motherfucker.
Got you.
Yeah,
So,
meditation will definitely help you with that.
it's like I've got Tourette's all the time, without the swearing.
Understood.
Which makes meditation a bit tricky, to be honest.
I mean, everything
all
is
the
mastering of oneself. So if something is in disorder or in disarray, with meditation, you bring it back into array, and then that's it. And then the doctors don't know what happened or how you got cured, but you do.
I can slow down the twitching with meditation, but I haven't been able to make it stop yet. Like when I lay in bed at night, I sort of visualize a calm blue ocean and stuff, and that kind of helps a bit until I go to sleep.
Right.
And then it doesn't matter because I'm asleep. So do you think doing some sort of martial art would be useful for me?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Do you have any particular that you would suggest?
Well, right now, since you're trying to basically build your chi and, you know, enrich your inner spirit, I would suggest for you to start with Tai Chi. You know what I'm saying? You know, get those stretches in, you know, get your meridian strong, your veins, the nerve system, everything just starts to align back into place. And once everything's aligned and your body feels whole, then I will tell you to probably jump into something more serious, so that you know you're out there kicking butt like a soldier.
All right. I can do that.
Rough.
Yeah, that's groovy. All right. Well, thanks very much for your advice. I just wanted to get on and have a chat with you about that because, like, I couldn't be bothered talking on that, basically.
I appreciate the question.
Hey, Gypsy, you know you always welcome right here. So therefore, if you ever can, tell everybody about us. You know what I'm saying? Because we would like to talk to more of your countrymen and women also, Gypsy.
No worries. I will let everyone I know.
Right.
See, I can be gone for a bit because I'm just not well for 3 to 5 days at a time. Like, if I have a couple of good days and then I feel like shit for 3 to 5 days after that. So then I'm not really doing anything or looking at anything and stuff. So that's why I'm in and out, kind of, because I'm not well. All right. Well, thanks so much for your advice. I appreciate that.
We understand.
Cool. Yeah, cool. I appreciate it. Have a good day, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Have a good night. Blessings. Safety.
You too. Good day. Yeah.
All right, I answered somebody's
Yeah,
question.
so no, exactly. So the martial arts that they're talking about is the martial art which is called Yaw Yan.
Okay. Okay, so it's one of those. It's basically an MMA system. Incorporating different aspects of Filipino martial arts into one blend. All right, well, my brother's having technical difficulties. We are here live in full effect. And like I said earlier, things happen and we have to learn how to push forward. Especially if you're someone that has a positive vibe, you're someone that, you bring good word to people, you're someone that always has their eyes open and ears open, and you're helping people out with this, that, the third. You're always going to be under some kind of pressure or attack. But being under attack doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It means that what you're doing is affecting the dark communities around you because you're spreading the light.
Yep.
So never stop spreading that light, because the gift at the end is greater than the gift you might want to receive by following the dark. Let's keep that in mind.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, bro. So what's good on your end?
I mean, I'm just gonna go to the I guess the Eagles parade tomorrow.
Copy.
Me and my wife, we went to a restaurant called Zahav. It was great food. And then today, we just went to see a great movie. So it was like, cause you know us guys, right? Us as men. Sometimes when we go to a movie and stuff like that, there's certain movie genres we ain't feeling. But then after a while, you're thinking like, okay, it's gonna be like a corny comedy or something like that. But then it turns out, oh, okay, yeah, we seen that, and we saw it was a great movie. It was funny though, but it was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was a comedy martial arts movie?
Yeah, because the thing is, though, it's like this. I guess they had the premise because, it was Valentine's Day. So it was like, the premise, I guess, was a man and a woman are in love, right? But then, it was like complications and everything like that of how a man used to be. But then you had like a perfect life or whatever. But then they came back trying to mess it up and everything like that. So that's what's like that's the crux of the movie.
I hear you.
But other than that, it was a great movie. I was like, and then when I did my research and I found out who the guy was, I was like, hold up. I used to actually like this guy's pedigree and such.
That is what's up. All right, well, looking more forward to see it now.
Yeah. And they act, and this guy was actually into how should I say I guess in context of not so much the stuff that he was doing, but he was actually, I guess, in the White House, so because they shown pictures of him. So I was like, wow, this guy is moving and shaking.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Gypsy's the first person in a year to actually have pulled up to the studio just to ask a question and then leave.
Yeah, because I mean, Gypsy, she's actually from Australia, and the thing is, though, the doctors, they went up and her neurological diseases, I guess it would call Lou Gehrig's disease or something like that, because she actually said it in one of my past shows. So,
Okay.
and since me and her, since Australia and us have a time difference, so I don't know if she's going for treatment for that or anything like that. But she's been like one of the like when I was actually started doing this, she just came up out of the show nowhere. She's like, "Oh, I'm from Australia and everything," and she was like, and she's always a good positive person, and she was like, "Yo." It was just intriguing that this lady from Australia just came out of nowhere, and she's showing love to my channel. So I was like, "Wow, I guess I'm reaching people."
That's it.
Yeah. Yep. But much love and respect to Gypsy though. She's a real one.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
But on the real though, I do really want you to go back to SFM. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody's telling me. That's what everybody's telling me.
La comunidad te necesito, manito.
For real. I wish you would have. I wish we would have known each other that by the time they did the party for me when I left. It was crazy.
Yeah. It's funny because I only was there for like 3 weeks when it was 2005. And on the last day that I was there was Dominican Father's Day, because I was chilling with my friends, Lo Quezada y Fuste, like there, my friend's house was like right near the Guaraguao. So when I went there, my last time before 2011, before I came back, was was I was right there, and we were celebrating Dominican Father's Day, and then that Monday we left, me and my mom's. So, and then that was like around the same time that I actually saw a young cousin of mine that she just turned 20 this year, just a few days ago. I was like, wow,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. I am online. I'm on these posters, man, like crazy.
Yeah. Yo, I know the perfect person that could help you with that, bro.
What's that?
He's from SFAMN too, yo.
Who's that?
Go hit up my boy. Go hit up my boy Arthur Wolf. He's from SFAMN. He's good people when it comes to printing and everything like that. That's his specialty. He actually has a store right up on the 6th line.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's cool.
Let's see. Yeah, fair use. We're gonna show the martial arts, which is called Yao Yan.
Yeah.
Yao Yan is short for Sayo
fair use.
That means dance of death. Its movement is similar to Muay Thai. Yao Yan has a lot of spin attacks and back kicks. This martial art was invented by Napoleon Fernandez. He practiced judo, eskrima, taekwondo, and aikido, and combined these martial arts and adapted to the Filipino physique, which is intended for smaller people. Yao Yan's signature kick is the upper back kick, a kick that comes from below towards the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, it's basically an MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a system. No, it's not a discipline, it's a system. That's pretty cool and convenient, because Muay Thai, as we know, is one of the most rigorous forms of martial arts out there.
Yeah.
It's not for your average Joe. Yet I hear people all the time talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna go study Muay Thai. I'm like, right. Good luck with that. You're not gonna be a 40-year-old stepping into a Muay Thai gym talking about, hey, I'm here to study Muay Thai. Why'd you wait so long? Because Muay Thai requires a lot of conditioning. A lot of conditioning.
Yep.
a lot of plantain kicking and banana tree kicking and kicking stuff in general.
Yeah, nah, but you know what's funny? It's like it's like the Muay Thai syllabus, because I'm reading, right? So then the person was to actually say like, okay, I want to go and have a rank in Muay Thai. They'll have to actually see how many championships they have, right? So the Khan system has 15 levels or Khans, which are color coded. The first 10 Khans are for students. Khans 8 through 10 are for advanced students. Khan 10 is considered the equivalent of a black belt in other martial arts.
Right.
The WMC IFMA certificate cover the first 9 Khans. Now, the Parajiyad system, I hope I'm saying this correctly. The Parajiyad system uses the colored armbands to indicate a fighter's skill level. White Parajiyad is for beginners. Red Parajiyad is for intermediate fighters. Blue Parajiyad is for advanced fighters. Then they have the Eastern system. The Eastern system is a ranking system developed to track students' progress. Other grading systems, some gyms use colored shorts or singlets to indicate rank. Some promotions offer rankings based on a fighter's performance in professional fights. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So most ranking systems, and I'm not gonna say in traditional, but in what modern karate is now, most traditions, most schools, if they're full fledged, there's 20 steps. Your first 10 steps are your Kyo steps between white to black, and then your Dan steps are from 1 to 10. But their system is only 15. 1 to 10 from white to black, and then Dans 1 through 5 showing mastery and grand mastery. I sent you that. All right. This is the past few posters that I've done per se. Yeah, so I just did a quick share on WhatsApp, so you can see the last few posters that I've made. Per se, when I say per se, is because it's very easy for certain people to take credit for other people's work. There's no I in team. Right. Everything is a team effort. I don't have the necessary time and or the necessary digital art training to sit down and actually compose these drawings and then modify them to later make them look nice or agree with what I want to say. So what I do is, though, I go through pictures and I find what I think is nice, that'll fit a message, and then I basically make a meme out of it. And I can't stress this enough. When I do things either for the community or for my martial arts family or for my dad in the church, I put my heart and soul into it. So I make sure with all full conviction that it's hot, nítido, what we call nítido.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just saw the, wolf. I got it.
Yeah.
All right, so, bro, it's, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see those pictures and you're going to see, like, oh, okay, there's some things here well put, fitting themes so that they can fit properly. I did one for, whatever tomorrow is. I don't necessarily celebrate holidays like that, but
Yeah.
I made one just cause, you know what I'm saying? What is a king without love? A king without love is a dead king.
Right.
And so basically did something like that. But yeah. It's crazy what you can accomplish when you dedicate a little bit of your brain power to something.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, two of those folks.
Another stand news, rest in peace to the late Feli Kumbe.
Feli Kumbe, yeah. Rest in peace, man. That's wild.
Yeah.
Feli Kumbe lived a good life after he became an artist. I'll tell you that much, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
He was smart with his money. He didn't do what other people do, that when they start popping, they just waste all their money and that's it. Nah. He got popping and he started saving all his money. As soon as the moment he stopped being hot, that's when he started using his money. Until then, he was letting the sponsors take care of everything.
Yep.
That's funny. And you know what's funny over all of that? That Fernandito Villalona was the one that kind of came out with that alias.
Yeah.
And his song, he was saying, I don't like when people call me Feli Kumbe. And it was like, it was like a run-on joke for a while. And then all of a sudden, here comes this dude singing bachata, and he used for alias Feli Kumbe. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Yeah.
It just went down from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he had 3 albums, probably more. I know he had 3 albums that hit so hard.
Yeah.
That rose him up into where, like I said, he started clocking in some real money, and he was smart about it.
I mean, if you actually look at it, Feli Kumbe, Feli Kumbe for a whole bunch of years, he was under Aníbal Bravo.
Okay.
So when he was actually like one of his lead singers and everything like that, I was like, wow. So when Aníbal Bravo had like his orchestra and everything like that, he was actually one of the lead singers. So Feli Kumbe had been doing that since when I guess at the time when he was actually when Fernando Villalona made that song about him, he was still under Aníbal Bravo.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just listening to I was saying something which which is real. And I was talking to my cousin and stuff because he was
Right?
like,
What is it?
he's like he wants to actually have like family reunions and everything like that. He was like, yo, all of our OGs is gone. I was like, I know, man.
All the OGs we grew up with are gone. Now we're the OGs.
Pretty much.
Oh, literally.
Yeah.
Word is bond. Tomorrow's Friday. Last day of school. Don't gotta worry about.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that President's Day is coming up, right?
President's Day.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
President's Day. I'll be one of those Americans that I only know what holiday it is because you hear commercials about it.
Yeah. Back
It's
in my single days.
this holiday sale.
Yeah, it was like I don't even consider Valentine's a holiday because we still have to work. Like, what kind of holiday is that? It's like, hey, it's a holiday, but yet you have to work. I'm like, please, this is crap. Back when I was single and everything like that, I was like, I wanted. I mean, when I had it before, I got married, I was in a 7-year relationship, and then when I was single, I was like, hey, Valentine's Day is just a holiday, so therefore, fed up men could actually spend money on a female that they don't actually like. It's like, yeah, since I guess since I the single oh woe is me stuff, you know what I mean? Not so oh woe is me, but it's like, okay, I'm single, so why did that guy have to celebrate this holiday? That type of jazz.
It's wild, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I started giving face value to these holidays, and then I realized, oh, it's not really a holiday.
Pretty much.
It's like, oh, this is this. Oh, this is that. Oh, this is this. This is that. It's funny how most prominent, dominant pagan holidays are celebrated with so much ease. But when it comes down to actually celebrating a holiday for what it is, meaning actually keeping the day holy, they don't want to do that.
Right.
Is it because they not like us, or is it because they just don't know?
I think it's a combination of both.
Crazy, man. Just crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Man, I'm hungry. That come won't have it.
Let's see. Well, in other news, even though, let's just say that, even though I don't really like this MC, Fat Joe,
Yeah.
his father passed.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Well, may he rest in peace.
It's the peace. That's not. Something I don't wish on anyone, man. Have to deal with.
Yeah.
Those parents is. It's wild. Yeah. What's going on tomorrow?
Well, as you know, I'm just going to record content for the Eagles parade, and then I'm going to go do Historias Urbanas.
Hey,
Yep. Yeah. Oh, what I meant to ask you, being that you know that you and I we have like maybe you have a more of a know-how in the martial arts. Have you ever met certain rap artists that you knew the martial arts?
bump into rap artists at new martial arts.
Yeah. Shout out to my Ethiopian brother Tamaru.
Very few. Very
Okay.
few. But when it comes down to New York,
Yeah.
you'll be surprised that like a good 60% of Harlem rappers were kids that went to the dojo at one point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of martial artists that didn't continue their careers that are blessed under Sam McGee, the Goju Reel
Right.
system of Harlem.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, shout out to them. I see them every year at the Children's Festival in August.
Yep. Yep.
Speaking of which, they gave me an opportunity to make a song and perform it at the next festival.
All right.
I was helping one of the seniors with his song, so I was basically like his hype person.
Got you.
And the president of the movement, she decided to bless me and tell me, listen, if I know you make beats and stuff because you've told me a couple of times, if you make something nice and want to share it, what I'm saying, it's a good way to get a little exposure. And I'm like, I don't necessarily want the exposure, but I don't mind doing something for Harlem, and let it be something that's actually heartfelt, not no introduction to violence, no craziness.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with rap right now, because there's like I'm leaning towards more Spanish hip hop, if anything. I don't really be listening to English hip hop that much because if you know what you know and everything like that, it's like I could say that Latino hip hop haven't really been that corrupted yet, like English speaking hip hop. And sometimes it's like my thing is that I'll listen to rap from all over the world. Like if I'll get like certain people, they're like, oh, I'm tired of rap. I'm like, okay, so you can listen to UK rap. And then since I know Spanish, I'll be listening to Spanish rap too. So I just have I guess more of a broadened horizon when it comes to rap than other folks.
Yeah, man, rap isn't ever gonna. Rap is never gonna end. You know what I mean? It comes to the point, as you can see, that most of these people are just repeating what someone else already said.
Right.
So it's just gonna come down to the point where, what creativity can that person actually bring to the table that hasn't been done before?
Right.
And like you said, it's not that Latin rap hasn't been corrupted. It definitely has. But it doesn't have the same agenda that they have here. Here, the common agenda is we won't push your music unless it's violent and mind numbing. In Latin America, as long as you pay for your master recording, they will push whatever it is that you threw out. It could be Christian, non-Christian, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And if you land interviews, if you land concerts, the record labels will let you keep all proceeds because they don't want to hinder your growth. Meanwhile, in the industry here in America, they will hinder your growth if what you're spitting out is too much related to the light. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even certain Christian artists aren't allowed to say certain things.
Yep.
It gets wild. It gets wild.
Yeah, it does.
And it's sad because you'd figure that if someone's being touched by the Lord to sing, minister to the church and sing, like they should be allowed to just do so. Like the record label will really try to put a seal on you and say, "Oh no, we can't deal with you right now because you're spreading too much light." And what you mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because positivity doesn't equal sales and everything like that. So therefore that's how it is. Because whenever I went up and I watched that, it was like a guy that said that they needed to fill up the prison systems and everything like that.
Right.
They were saying that that's where the real birth of corporate gangster rap came up from. So therefore, people that actually do that and everything like that, that's why it's been so prevalent for like maybe in the crux of 30 years or something like that. akin to certain people that actually live that lifestyle, and to certain people that be like, okay, yeah, we need to fill our jail cells. So that's why some of this agenda is happening.
That's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tuxedo dog over here making noise. Cut your racket, tuxedo dog.
Yeah, I know.
How's your dog doing and part-time dog?
I mean, the last time I checked, my part-time dog is doing okay.
Cool.
She likes it. She likes it where she's at and everything.
And then
my brother-in-law's dog. He's a wild boy. That's all I gotta say. He's getting big too. So one day we had like a door stopper. He destroyed it. So I'm like, So he's a wild one.
That is wild.
And then on top of it, he's afraid of me. So I'm like, okay. I didn't do anything threatening or nothing like that. But I guess since he's not really in my house like that, he sees me as a foreign person and try to run away from me. I'm like, really, bro?
That's wild.
Yeah, it is.
Something consistent. What I got going on here? What is? This. Save this.
Yeah.
It's officially Friday.
Yep.
I'll be right back in 2 seconds. Let me run to the kitchen real quick.
Yeah, I'm back.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I guess I spoke too soon.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying I spoke too soon when I came down to the, DR thing going on. Apparently, there was a multiple tragedy that just happened a few minutes ago, and there's another few more people from San Pedro that they were altercated. It's just sad, man. I don't understand it.
I hear you.
People be living across the street from each other their whole life, and then all of a sudden, one word, and now all of a sudden, oh God, people have to die.
Yeah.
Telling you, living across the street from each other
Yeah.
a whole 30 years.
I mean, shoot. It's like, I don't know. It's crazy. But then again, it's like, think about it. If people don't expand their minds, right?
Right.
And I'm saying this as far as living in New York and everything like that, you're bound to see certain rifts happen. And I hate to say it, because if you don't expand your mind and you don't be around the world and such, and then on top of it you have misery, but yet you celebrate misery with drinking with the buddies and everything like that, and then after a while, a certain word is said or something like that out of ignorance, and then certain things happen. And I hate to say it, but it's like that sometimes.
Yep. Pride and ego. Pride and ego get tested, problems happen.
Yep. It's like the other day, right? I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of suspect stuff that I'll be hearing when I'll be listening to, I guess you could call, ghetto Dominican media, right? So those are artists in the capital, trying to throw shade, etc., right?
Right.
So this guy went up and said, right, to about this artist, right? That I guess he was personal friends with and everything like that. That he has a small pencil. I'm like, okay, first of all, right? How the heck you even know that? Like, you went with his female, and the guy even said it, like, yo, how you know that? Because I've been with his females too, and they said that. I'm like, really?
It's crazy.
I ain't gonna go around and say I got the biggest joint either, but I'm like, damn. Like, damn. That is suspect.
Yeah, it's too much going down.
Yeah.
Too much going down.
Pretty much.
There's a lot of cartoons I watched as a kid
Yeah.
that when I watch them now as an adult, I understand the adult side of it, and
Yeah,
it makes me cringe and think, how is it that they're force feeding us to watch these things that we're thinking that it's just plain cartoons, but in the subliminal, they're hyper sensitizing our mind to different things and different aspects of reality that we're not supposed to know about per se as a child.
yeah, like for example, there's certain stuff that I caught too, that I used to catch too. And my dad, he used to like to him, he saw one thing that was from Popeye, which is funny, right? And to me, it was funny as a kid too. That Budo, he went up and had on Popeye as a baby, you know, holding Popeye as a baby. And each time he was holding Popeye as a baby, he was punching him in the face. I was like, wow. But then, you know, Popeye somewhere, somehow, he finds some way to actually win against Pluto. I was like, wow.
You're talking about Popeye and Bluto as Sinbad the Sailor.
Yeah.
When that double-headed giant grabbed Popeye and was, "Go back to sleep, my baby, sleep."
Boom.
Yeah, I know those by heart, bro.
Yo, that was epic, and my dad was and that was the funniest thing to my dad. He was like, "Yo, Mario, remember when you was a kid, we used to watch that? That was the funniest thing I ever seen." I was like, "Damn."
Word.
Yeah.
Popeye was amazing. But,
Yeah, he was.
There was a lot of stuff that we used to see back in the day that you see it now as an adult and you're like, wait, what?
Mhm. Yeah.
There was this old black and white Disney cartoon of Mickey Mouse, Mickey, Minnie. I think Goofy was in it as well. And it was about Mickey Mouse grabbing regular cheese and poking holes in it to turn it into Swiss.
Yeah. Right.
The way he was doing it was with a tool that he would carry in his pocket, but he would do it with the tool inside his pocket still. So that it literally looks like he is poking holes into the cheese by poking his meat into the cheese.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And as a kid, you see it, and you're thinking that, that he's using that tool that he said he had in his pocket. As an adult, you see it, and it's like, wait a minute, they were exposing us to this stuff?
Yeah.
It's bad.
No, because there's this guy, right, that I introduced to my wife, right?
Yeah.
So on YouTube. So the guy's name is on Space Ice. So Space Ice whole content, right? it's just him telling jokes on Steven Seagal movies, and I find it, for some reason, I'll be laughing at it, because his analysis of the straight to Prime videos of Steven Seagal, right? And the parts that he's like a secret agent or a Russian mafia or something like that. So he gives his so this guy Space Ice gives his analysis on Steven Seagal's movie, and it's to the point that it's like, yo, this is too predictable. He's like, oh, who cares? The guy didn't even care about the Steven Seagal movies. It did whatever. So he was actually pointing out all the stuff that I guess was going wrong and stuff like that, on why this movie was so bad. Yeah.
That's wow. Steven Seagal.
Yep.
Try to add an accent to his own thing, his own name.
Yeah.
Seagal.
Yeah.
Steven Cuckoo.
He was not. I'm gonna say this. When it was the first Machete, he wasn't believable as Cortez. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, he didn't do as good as a villain as he could have had. You get what I'm trying to say? A matter of fact,
he did good in a few movies, but there was one movie in particular that I liked him in. It was Under Siege. It was a movie where he fights with Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah, they have this memorable hand-to-hand knife fight that's like, wow.
Yeah, that's the joint. That's the joint that I like from Under Siege.
Wow. They really threw down up in there.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was a good choreograph. It really looked like they were going ham.
Yep.
And of course, everybody's cheering for the supposed good guy, Steven Seagal, not knowing that Tommy Lee Jones was actually the good guy.
Yeah, I know.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man, I'm gotta be up in the next 5 hours.
I hear you, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna actually try to show a little bit of, I guess, martial art clips, and then I'm just gonna and then out there I'm just gonna bow out because I'm just gonna how should I say, get ready for the footage and stuff for the parade tomorrow.
Copy. I would have stayed on longer if it was a Friday, but
yeah,
I still got responsibility tomorrow with school stuff. So
I hear you. But then Friday we're gonna do the same thing. So
I'll be in.
Cocolo, he actually messaged me. Yeah, so I was like, yo, come through.
Yeah, of course. Why not? For sure.
Exactly.
All right, brother, man. I'm gonna I'm gonna make my exit. Blessings to all. Remember to
blessings.
like, comment, leave a question. You know what I'm saying? If we can't get to the question while on the air on live, we'll definitely hit that question on the next segment. It's never a problem. All right. Until next time, be safe, stay woke, stay vigilant, look around you, keep pushing forward, never turn back. Us.
Amen. Amen. Us. All right, fair use. I'm actually going to show, much respect to the system, Yao Yan. So I'm about to actually show some of the video right now. So let's see. Yeah, so I'm actually showing the martial arts system in the Philippines, which is Yao Yan.
Deep within the archipelago, it's earned the title Yao Yan, the Philippines' most lethal martial art. Introduced to the public in 1972 by Napoleon Fernandez, affectionately known as Master Nap, Yao Yan is not just any martial art. Drawing from his diverse background on martial arts such as Jeet Kune Do, karate,
Interesting.
Grima, Aikido, Judo, Master Nap reimagined and fused these arts, creating a form tailored to the Filipino build, striking lethal to opponents. At first glance, Yao Yan might mirror Muay Thai, but look closely and you'll see the difference. The unique hip torquing motion, the downward slashing kicks, and the focus on launching attacks from a distance set it apart. In Yao Yan, mastery is key. Practitioners start with 45 foundational kicks, but as they advance, they move on to more intricate strikes, demanding utmost dexterity and flexibility. Some of these signature strikes, like the Yao Yan back kick, Mountain Storm kick, and the famous Scorpion kicks, have even graced the motion pictures, leaving audience awestruck. Every hand movement in Yao Yan tells a story, and every strike has a purpose. They're the empty hand echoes of bladed weapons. Forearm strikes, dominating palms, fluid 12 bolo punches, they all draw inspiration from Marcus, the Philippines' indigenous armed combat.
Interesting.
Yao Yan is holistic. It embraces the ancient Philippine traditions of grappling, ground fighting, and knife fighting, ensuring that every discipline is well-rounded, adaptable, and ready for any confrontation. Yoyan is more than just a martial art. It is a testament to Filipino spirit and ingenuity, a dance of discipline, a symphony of strikes, and an embodiment of martial heritage.
Yeah, that was one video, so I'm gonna actually show next. Well, the next one is not really a martial arts video per se, but it has something of the martial arts. Yeah.
We ain't tagging no more? We're beating up?
Yeah. So you know, I actually approve of this message. Fathers, we need to actually protect our children. I'm not a father, but I'll protect my children if anything. Yeah, he doesn't know what's coming to him.
We ain't tagging no more? We're beating up?
Yeah.
Little 12-year-old boy?
Gross. Oh, wow.
Little 12-year-old boy?
Mm.
Huh?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Like that? Is that how you thought you was gonna get fucked tonight?
Ooh.
That's a sleeper. That's what you call a sleeper.
Let's see that again.
You gonna do this again?
Okay.
Like that? Is that how you thought you was gonna get fucked tonight? That's a sleeper.
Yeah.
That's what you call a sleeper.
Yep. Sleeper.
You gonna do this again?
Can't really trust law enforcement all the time. Yeah.
Shit.
Vigilantism at its finest hour.
Get up.
Yeah. So, with that said and everything, I hope all y'all have a good night. This has been Open Topics with Don Armando, the Martial Arts Hour. So, check us next Wednesday. So I'll see you later.